Hello, I'm Luca Domenico Artuso. I'm currently a PhD researcher at the University of Antwerp in Belgium. My research focus on no theater, Japanese no theater, and contemporary Japanese theater. These are very two different words. I'm trying to understand how traditional performing arts from Japan are influencing contemporary performing arts. At the same time, my research focus also in the a topic of the woman transformation in more than human in No. And in particular, I'm looking at the gender politics that underpins the transformation of women in Japanese performing arts traditionally, and how this is influencing also contemporary practice in performance. I'm an Italian researcher, and my background is from the University of Venice, Ca' Foscari, where I studied Japanese studies. And in particular, during my MA, I focused on the representation of China in No theater. And I was also studying in Kyoto at Kyoto University. During that period in 2017 and 18, I also studied with Udaka Michishige, which is a No master from the Kongo School of No, and I was practicing with him. At the same time, I have a background in Japanese paleography, and I've worked as a librarian, a specialist librarian at the Japan Foundation in Rome, where there is a library on Japanese studies that serves researchers in Japanese studies in Italy. So my approach to theater critiques is quite recent, even if in practice. Even if like since basically 2017-18, I've been watching a lot of No and of course contemporary performance. My first review was published this year in 2024 with the magazine Etc., which is an important magazine here in Belgium for performance review. And I've written this review on the most recent Okada Stoshiki's piece, Home Office, which was produced by the Düsseldorf Kammerspiel Theater, which is a theater in Germany. And I tried in my review, of course, to read the piece also through my knowledge of No theater, as there were many I found some influences. It was staging a lot of ghosts, which is common in No theater as well. For me, I'm very open to watch and see as many theater as I can. I enjoy to make connection and read things through other things I've seen, both in movies and on the stage. So, and in readings. So it's great for me to actually, when I do criticism, to kind of draw this connection and make this connection available to the wider public. At the same time, I think, especially for my research that starts from feminist and queer point of view, I'm also interested in actively criticizing performances, which is, I think, a very productive standpoint for everyone is going to read criticism, to question, to open up some questions that maybe sparked through accessing or viewing the performance. So I think like criticism in general is very productive as it enables, for example, something ephemeral as theater to be read and spread as much as possible, which is very nice. In Italy, I would speak about Italy more than Belgium right now. I think like the criticism, yes, is moving through also through, is spreading through social media, but at the same time, the written medium, the magazine, as the very source that eventually a person will read to get criticism. It's still very important, though with COVID and everything moved on the social medias, and yeah, there are some interviews as well. I think it like the main performance criticism magazines in Italy, they all appear in social media to some extent. At the same time, interviews or criticism as video is still not that the most important medium to through which like criticism is delivered to the wider public. So of course, like as paper-based journals and magazines are less and less printed, much of the contents are available online and there are open sources. Still, I think like, for example, video clips of criticism or TikTok as well, it's not so spread. I personally still prefer like writing as the main medium to access to criticism. In Italy, for the extent of this interview, I think I can quote two. So for two main magazines, one is Stratagemmi. Stratagemmi is it's a collective of critics that cover mainly Italy, but they cover quite an impressive like number of festivals in Italy for contemporary performance and theater. So basically, whenever I want to read criticism in Italy, I will rely on their sources and materials because they cover much of the festivals and what's happening in Italy. And again, their way of doing criticism is really like trying to connect their own knowledge and previous backgrounds, of course, on like performing arts, medias, films, literature, to the work of art they are analyzing. At the same time, it's a very nice workshop for young critics to develop their own skills. So, and it's based in Milan. I would say that Milan is the cultural center for theater in Italy, and it's the city you should begin with to start to understand the contemporary scene of theater in Italy. I wouldn't say that Milan is everything, but I would say that everything is connected to Milan. So it would be the nice point of view, like to start. And the second magazine I would uphold is like Asia in Teatro. So Asia in Teatro is a specialized magazine published in Italian on Asian theater. Is published and is connected to the University of Bologna, which is one of the oldest university in Italy. And that's another magazine I would like to, of course, look into if I wanted to know what's happening in Asia or the cultural exchange in performance between Italy and Asia. I'm very curious about the program, so I'm looking forward to see all the performances. And also, I will be very happy to connect with artists and other critics as well. Like it would be great just to exchange also on on the point of criticism, like with other people working in the field. So it would be very nice and good for me. It's the first time. And that would be even better because it's in Japan. and I'm very lucky, I think, for this occasion.